Today, we're stepping back in time. We're heading back to June 2025 when I visited Belfast and I had an elegant afternoon tea at the Merchant Hotel. I just loved the setting. I thought the service was incredible, the food was delicious, and this just felt like a cool break, a respite from a busy day of sightseeing in the city. As you know, on this channel, we are quite budget conscious, and that's a hefty price tag for any meal. But personally, this is always one of the highlights of my travel is getting to have a quintessential afternoon tea in the UK. And I thought this one was perfect to fit that checkbox on my list. Not only did I spend the money on the afternoon tea, I did treat myself a little bit. It's summertime, time for rhubarb cocktails, something I don't get very often and is always another highlight of my travel. You all know how it goes around here. We do the scones first, and of course, cream first, then jam. This was my first bite of my favorite treat on this trip, and as I've said before, that first bite is always the best one. I'm very pleased with the tea at the Merchant Hotel. I thought it was really tasty, great options, and just one of the best teas I've had. But we all know these are not on a budget. These are definitely a splurge. But I like to have a few of these expensive teas while I'm over here. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of the things I think is worth doing, for me at least. Maybe not for everybody, for me. So I just wanted to show you how much it cost, because the base price for the tea was £46.50. And then I did have that rhubarb gin cocktail because I just like to try a new cocktail while I'm here at least once. And that one looked awesome. I have a lot of rhubarb stuff when I'm here. I was telling someone that I was sitting next to on a bus that because we don't have rhubarb where I live, I don't get to have it very often. So that was 10 pounds added on, and then they did charge the 10% service charge. So 62 pounds, 15. This is one of my big splurges while I'm here. I think this one was definitely worth it though. So if you're a big afternoon tea fan and you end up in Belfast, then check out the Merchant Hotel. So one of the nice things I think about the tea is, you see, I was able to bring a little bit home. I brought most of the dessert home because unlike a lot of the afternoon teas that you go to where they have little small desserts, a lot of times they have a lot of them, especially at that price point, they have a lot of dessert, but these were quite large. Like, these are a good size. And I ate the one tart and then said, I'm gonna bring home the rest of these and have them later. So it's a few hours later and I feel like there's a little bit of space in my tummy now, and I'm gonna give all of these a try. I'm gonna cut off maybe like a piece of each one and give each one a try. So when I cut off a little piece, because these are kind of moussey cakes, they do look a little less pretty now. They're a little mushy, but let's give them a try. So this is the yuzu and lime mousse. Yeah, it tastes like a lemon lime. It's not something, the texture is not something I'm used to, but there's like a lemon lime flavor to it. Like if you had a sorbet or something. I don't think I've ever eaten yuzu. We definitely have seen it on, what is it? Like Bake Off the Professionals or something like that. They used a lot of yuzu. So I love tart lemon and lime desserts. So that's really, really good. It's very light. So I actually might have been able to eat a good amount of that at the tea, but decided to just bring it home. And then this is the pineapple and coconut, I think it's crema. And that was the puffy thing you saw on the plate, with something kind of crunchy here. I think that's supposed to be a pina colada. This was a margarita. The other dessert was, oh, if I remember it, I'll find it and I'll pop it up here. But I can taste the coconut in that one, and that's got more of a pina colada flavor. Again, it's just mousse. It's very light. Won't fill me up at all. So that one's pretty good. I think I like this one's a little bit more tart than this one, and I like the tartness of that one. All right. Here's the last one. Okay, so this says it's a lemon, thyme, and almond travel cake. Never heard of that before. If you know what a travel cake is, maybe it's like, it's a nice little bite of cake that you could take with you when you're traveling. I don't know, but I like all those flavors, but thyme in a cake, let's see what it's like. It's certainly not very sweet. So that's why I guess it was grouped with the scones, because it's only got a little bit of sugar, kind of like, reminds me of, the texture is definitely like the Madeira cake, but it doesn't have quite the same flavor. And then it's got this sort of icing on it, but you would expect that to be sweet and it's not. So it's very interesting. I think my favorite, even of all the desserts, the tart I had at the restaurant with the strawberry gel on the top was good, but I think this mousse with the yuzu in it is actually my favorite because I think it's the most tart. If you like a lemon tart, tarte au citron, something like that, I think you would enjoy that. But overall, fantastic tea, loved it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that and this after party of me finishing off the desserts that I couldn't get to at the time. So I hope you get to enjoy a wonderful afternoon tea yourself soon.